Hope you haven't tuned out just yet. Now what have we here? A silver statue of a duck. Quite a cartoony duck even. Well, that's very weird. But it reminds me of something. A certain rune I found in the fairy realm. A rune that quacked. Well, what do you do when you see a duck? You quack at it, of course. It disappears and opens up a secret passage. Okay, I'm not asking any questions. There's another Horn of Fear here, which I'll never use. A second magic arrow quiver in case you missed the first one. And a whole bunch of scrolls.
Languages rune. Target can read and understand written languages.
Well, if you missed this rune the first 2 or 3 times, that would certainly come in handy in this level.
Warrior from Stonekeep. Strong and true with silvery light. Keep the shadows at bay.
Well, this is a very vague hint towards the last level of the game. Let's just file that away for now.
What does this mean?
I honestly don't know. I guess it's a joke from the developers. I don't know if it's quoted from anything, but if I'd had to make sense of it, I guess it's supposed to say, see the itty bitty ducks? Them are not ducks. Oh, some are. See the itty bitty wings? Why, I'll be. Them are ducks. I can't believe I just said that.
Sphere rune. Magical ranged attack. Spheres are physical and can easily crush lightly defended creatures.
Oh, I think it's been quite a while since I've found an actual attack rune. We won't have a chance to show it off against an enemy for a while, so I'll inscribe it now and show how it looks in action. Not that spectacular, but useful against some enemies. Another stat-raising potion, which Drake is going to consume right away because I can certainly always use more agility. And all the way to the back, a unique ring, the Ring of Ducking. Yeah, this is a very special ring which apparently gives you a bigger chance of actually avoiding an enemy attack. Well, those were some pretty cool prizes. Let's continue on. Where are we now? Again, in a completely new area. Another hole here. It's kind of unfortunate that I didn't follow the corridor all the way to the west, because there's another pile of dirt there with another Black Slayer arrow in it. Since you only find a few of them in the entire game, it's kind of a shame to miss it. Here's another set of dangerous spear fences, but in the far corner here you find a switch which switches them both off. There we go. Much more quiet that way. Nothing in here. I want to follow this corridor to the end first. Another sign. Alright, and in the wall here we have a switch. This switch actually corresponds to some completely different place in this level, and I'll point that out when we get there. So just remember it for now. And here we come on the other side of one of those doors that wouldn't open earlier. Once I've opened it from this side, it's permanently open from both sides. Nothing here, so let's just step through this other door. Of course, we got the blue wolf key in the pits, so now we can unlock one of the 2 doors that have a lock up here. Let's head for the first one. There we go. Nothing much of interest in this corner. But I hear a crackling fire in the other one. Now, if I hadn't pressed that switch earlier, When I'd stepped towards this campfire, it would have shot some firebolts towards me. Pressing the switch turned that particular trap off. In the ashes, we find a red eagle key, which opens the other locked door on this level. Let's just have a look what else is in here. Some dirt which has already been rummaged through. And the remains of another unfortunate adventurer, possibly a dwarf. No need for this chainmail. I said I don't want it. And the scroll.
Those that follow in our footsteps heed these words. Beyond the portal lies the realm of shadows. No true life exists there. Continue with the utmost caution and care.
Oh, that's some sinister foreshadowing for the level that comes after this. Let's pick up that plain hammer as well. And continue on. Another dead end.
The center is hidden.
That sounds interesting, but let's see if Drake can get a different reading out of this.
Not all is as it seems in the center.
Okay. And if you remember, the very first sign we read in this level said the center is the key, but it's also hidden, apparently. Oh well, we'll figure that out later. This is sort of the point in this level where you might completely run out of ideas. And you're just stuck dropping down pits, climbing up ladders, trying to find something new. Obviously, I'm not going to torture you with any of that. On we go to the next step. I don't actually visit every little corridor or room in this level, just the ones that have something interesting in them or are necessary in order to complete the level. Obviously, this level can be a huge time waster otherwise. Back down one of the first pits we dropped into. And up the ladder at the end of it. This leads us back into the area with the 3 different pits. I want to take the middle one. There we go. If you still have any idea where I am right now, I'd be very impressed. Trying to get back to that area where the road split into 2 different pits. At the end there, once again, the sign that says I need means to rise above my station in order to proceed. No sense in doing that just yet, because I still have another key to find. Up this ladder again. Here's the 2 pits, and this time I'm gonna go down the right one, because I already went down the left one. And another ladder at the end. Which just leads into another pit. Very interesting, this. Where are we now? Have I already been here? Nope, not just yet. Some pressure plates. Guess we'll just step onto them. That was a pressure plate.
What was that?
Drake, what's wrong with your short-term memory?
What was that?
It says the traps are set.
Tell Scuzz something Scuzz don't know. Okay, don't look at Scuzz that way.
Oh, shit. Okay. Gotta say that the first time I played this level, that was pretty creepy actually. But here's the thing. It's completely meaningless. Whoever's laughing never shows himself. And there certainly are no traps set whatsoever. They're just another bunch of dud pressure plates. Well, I don't think these holes in the ceiling actually lead anywhere interesting. So let's head back and climb up the ladder we found earlier. Where are we now? Again in an area of the Gate of the Ancients that I have not yet visited. But it just leads back into familiar territory. Okay, I'm still not quite where I wanted to be. At this point, I think even I am starting to sort of lose my way here. But then I remember I still haven't used that eagle key, and there's one more door to unlock up here. So let's head over there. Yeah, there it is. Right. Starting to get close to being finished on this level. I hear another spear fence.
I am sorry, Drake. It is impossible to read.
Whoever thought that was a fun mechanism ought to be tossed into a spear fence. At the end of this corridor we find a scroll.
Stop track rune will stop a target in its tracks.
With a very literal rune, which does exactly what it says on the tin. This is another rune which I'm probably not going to get a chance to use. Weaker enemies it can sort of freeze in place. And on the ground we find a key with a head in the shape of an orb. Very interesting. And it's the last key we're going to need on this level. The switch on the wall here actually unlocks a trio of doors. If you remember, I found 3 doors which I had to open in a certain order in order to avoid them getting locked. One of them led to the blue wolf key. Had I accidentally locked those doors, and pressing this key would have opened them. But since you need a blue wolf key to get to the red eagle key which leads you here, I think it might be possible to get permanently stuck in this level. But I'm really not in the mood to replay this level to find that out. Anyway, I'm heading towards the exit to this level. And you might have noticed that there have been absolutely 0 enemies in this entire level so far. Yeah, I didn't want to ruin it at the start of the video. But yeah, there's absolutely no enemies to fight in this entire level. The designers apparently thought it would be fun to have a level made up entirely of puzzles and traps, and no enemies whatsoever just before you went to the final end game. I can't say I agree. It's really no fun getting a lot of new toys, weapons and spells and having nothing to try them out on. Especially since the level after this presents you with some really tough enemies. It would have been nice to at least have gotten in a bit of practice. Especially since the ice caverns didn't really have any interesting enemies. And before that, the trolls in the fairy realm didn't pose much of a challenge. And before that, on the feeding grounds, I was just facing all enemies I'd seen before. Trying to get back to the point where that sign was that said I needed to rise above my station. Now that I have the final key, I can use Sofrini's orb in order to do just that. Now there's a disorienting thing when you rise up here. Walls on all sides of you, but one of them is illusionary. This is what the signs I found earlier meant when they said the center is hidden. Interesting door. And more pressure plates. I think I'm gonna take one of Skuzz's shiny rings, because suddenly my faith in this particular companion is rapidly dropping.
What was that?
Again, nothing. Oh, but there's some beautiful toys on the ground down here. Remember those signs warning against a guardian at the gate? Well, I guess this is what happened to him. But we can appropriate his fancy guardian plate armor, which is another set of magical armor, and also the best armor in the game. Obviously I'll keep the magical chainmail armor. I don't feel like putting it on Scuzz right now, but maybe I'll find someone else who likes to wear it. It even comes with a unique helmet. Sweet. Still weird seeing sleeveless plate armor though. Well, that should give me some good protection in the coming level.
I can feel great magical power coming from beyond this door.
We must be approaching the gate.
Scuzz wanna go back to Ice Shark Place.
What?
Maybe Scuzz is a nice girl shark.
If you must.
Scuzz no wanna be dead. Scuzz like it alive. Scuzz wish all best luck, but Scuzz stay on this side.
I understand. Farewell, Scuzz.
Scuzz, thank you all for stopping all.
You traitor! Well, of course, in a normal game I would have stripped Scuzz of any fancy items he was carrying, but I really don't need the stone spear anymore. Certainly don't need the fairy clothes anymore, and nor the helmet. Ooh, and here's the skull-adorned portal to the next level. I wonder if the wall surrounding it is left over from a texture that was supposed to actually be the background for this level. But remember the sign that said there is great magic in the center for those who are patient? Well, if you turn aside here, there's actually an illusionary wall again. And another one that leads behind the gate somehow. Because there's another door here, which leads to a mana circle with a bunch of super healing potions and something else. A silver rune staff, the best rune staff in the game. Hallelujah! This one says it comes with 99 charges, but that's just because the game is not actually capable of showing a greater number than that. In actuality, it has 120 charges, and you can slot 6 different runes on it, which I'm of course gonna do off camera. For now, let's just bring it along and open the gate to the Palace of Shadows. See you on the other side.